Hello everyone and welcome to another live from the workshop. So today I'm going to be doing something which I often get asked about, and it is a new series Dalek in classic colours. Now, because I say this every time, the reason I say this every time is because it happens every time. Before I get started, this is not a start to me making more new series Daleks in classic colours. I am not overly fond of new series Daleks in classic colours. It is not something that I plan to do more of, simply because so many other people have done it that there's no point in me doing it. Unless I actually have a reason for doing a new series Dalek in a classic colour, then it's probably not going to happen. Secondly, obviously, those of you will recognise this as my Eternity Circle Dalek, and obviously this is what I'm going to be repainting. But for those who don't want to see the end of this, what I've actually done is repainted this using, or I should say, I have repainted a 3 3/4 inch Dalek into this livery. Now that video might already be up, in which case go and check it out, or it might be coming soon. I'm not sure which one is going to get uploaded first. However, the reason that I'm repainting this is because, to be honest, another thing I'm not a fan of is the Eternity Circle livery. I don't know why. The only reason I've repainted it as a 3 3/4 inch Dalek is because I had one spare, and I don't do many 3 3/4 inch customs, so I thought, well, I might as well just redo it. So I did. But yeah, I'm not overly fond of this design. I don't really know why, but there is just something about it that I just don't like. So, it seems that this model could be better used to do something else, and so that's what I'm going to do. But to tell you what I'm actually going to do, the reason that I want to do a repaint of a new series Dalek in classic colours is because, as much as I love the standard bronze, I feel like it's about time they did have a repaint. I feel they're due for a repaint as such. That we've seen the bronze thing now for over 10 years, and it would be nice to see them done slightly differently. And I am not against the new thing being a classic colour scheme, but it needs to be the right one. And I'm sure people are going to suggest to me down, in the comments saying, "Oh, well, you should do this in a classic colour scheme because that would make a really good new series Dalek standard." But the thing is, for me, I will only do the design if I think it works, and the majority of them I don't think work. But this is an idea that I've been toying around for a while now, and I finally decided to put it together. And it is going to be the Renegade Dalek colour scheme, the grey and the black, in a new series format, because I honestly think that whilst the Daleks might not be renegades in the new series as such, or classed as renegade Daleks, I think the colour scheme would actually work really well as a kind of standard drone, so that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, first things first obviously is to take it apart, so let's start with that. And here is my new series Renegade Dalek, or my new series Classic Repaint. I'm not quite sure what I'm calling this, but here it is. And this is actually the Mark II. Now, I'm going to try and put a picture up of the original Mark I, but basically what I've done, this is actually several weeks after I finished completing the original one. And on my original one, I had a black band here, and then this was all still grey, and it had grey slats. And I did some Photoshop tests by giving it the black band, but also giving it the black slats, and the black slats really didn't work. I don't know what it was, there was just something about it that looked really off. So I just left it with the single black band. However, after looking at it several weeks, I realised that the black band doesn't work without the black slats. And I really didn't want to do the black slats. So I was like, well, what else can I do? What can I change it? How can I update it? And I was looking at some of my other customs. As I've said before, one of my favourite liveries is the Death to the Daleks livery. And the one thing that has is the black midsection piece. And that's what I've done here, is I've literally just painted this all round. The midsection piece is all black. Now, the thing is, originally I was tempted to do a Death to the Daleks livery for this Dalek. And it is something that I have done, and that video will be coming soon, but it doesn't work. And I'm quite glad I decided to do it, because of when you see the other video, I will be talking then about why I think it doesn't work. But as far as a new series update design goes, that's what I might call this video actually, I think this works really well, because the more I look at it, basically if it was in sort of, I've done this obviously in matte colours, but if it was in metallic grey and metallic blacks, I think it would be perfect, because we've seen the bronze for the last 10 years now, and I think it's about time they got an update. And when you look at the classic Dalek designs, the general drones are all sort of one colour, not so much the original sort of silver Daleks with the blue, but the grey Daleks, the Renegade Daleks, they're all very much grey. And then when you've got a Supreme or something coming in, they have splashes of colour or splashes of light colours, like even just the black Dalek with silver globes, and it kind of denotes them to be a higher rank. And I like the idea that all of the drones, as it were just a standard colour, and they weren't very bright and things like that. And that's the one thing that you do have with the bronze Daleks, is because they've got bronze and gold, they are quite bright in a way. And I really think that this could work well as a design, because you would know immediately looking at thinking, oh, that's a standard drone. But then even if it just was like that, but then had silver globes, you think, oh, that Dalek's a bit different. And I think it works really well for that reason, because you wouldn't need to do very much to it. Because, you know, new series designs like the red Supreme Dalek, I love that design. I think it's brilliant. I think it works really well. But you can tell, just like I say, it sounds an odd thing to say, I know, but you can tell just by looking at it that it's a different Dalek. But the reason you can tell that is because it is so vastly different. And you look at some of the classic Daleks, and they are very subtly different. And I think that's what it needs to go back to. So yeah, when I was looking at this, I wanted to do something that was similar to a style that we knew, i.e. the Renegade Dalek. But I didn't want it to be an exact copy, and I think that was the other problem with the black band and having to have the black slats, is that it would have looked too similar to a classic. It basically would have been directly a Renegade Dalek in a classic Renegade Dalek colours in a new series Dalek, and that's where I'm quite glad that I've added on the bits like the black midsection and the black around the gun boxes, because it just adds at something that's a little bit different. It just slightly changes the design and doesn't make it an exact copy. And I think that's the reason it works well, because this is my problem with new series Daleks. I know lots of people, and I think I've said this, if I haven't said this before in this video, because I'm recording this at a different time, and I might have said it at some point, or I might have said it in a completely different video. My problem with new series Daleks is the reason I don't want to do them is because so many people have already done them. But I have slightly updated this now. Basically, I've got nothing against doing new series Daleks in classic colours, providing I think it works. If it's an idea that I look at it and think, I would do that, then I'll do it. If it's not something I think is going to work, then I won't do it. It's as simple as that. And the thing is, I know lots of people want new series Daleks in classic colours, but the reason that I don't think they work is simply because a classic Dalek is a classic Dalek and a new series Dalek is a new series Dalek, and I have seen several classic Daleks in new series colours and they really don't work. Some of them do, there are exceptions, but the majority of them don't work because the classic design is so well known with the classics that it doesn't look right on a new series Dalek. This, however, is an example of one of these exceptions because you've taken, essentially what you've done, what's been done is it's taken a classic design and then just slightly updated it and slightly changed it to fit a new series Dalek, and I think it works well for that reason because it's a good contrast between what people want to see, a classic Dalek, a new series Dalek in classic colours, whilst at the same time being something that is still new, that it has been updated. Because ultimately that's the whole point of the new series Daleks. Their design has been updated from the classic series, and so maybe that's the way forward for classic new series Daleks in classic colours, is don't copy the design exactly but update them slightly. As I said, I have done a Death to the Daleks new series Dalek, which I will be showing you soon, but that is an example in contrast to this one of one that doesn't work because it's been copied exactly, or at least I don't think it does. But that is my new series Renegade Dalek. I still have no idea what I'm going to call this video yet. New series updated Renegade Dalek repaint, whatever I want to call it. Anyway, as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, favourite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot, and be sure to check out the description below for a link to my Patreon. It would really help me out a lot if you supported that too. I salute you all, and I will see you with another video very soon.